Well, hello, family, and welcome to Be More University, where I don't just talk about branding and being your best self online. No, we're not just talking about building brands. I'm literally here to talk about building you. Let me tell you why this is so important to me. Maybe like a year or two ago, I came to this grand discovery that all of this, trying to follow the trends and following these hashtags and when should I post, all of these things, trying to follow algorithm of the computer world of AI, right? The most important algorithm to follow is your own algorithm. It's understanding that you are the algorithm, right? So the algorithm is you. But before I get into, talking into the specifics and details of what exactly I mean by that, because that might sound a little outlandish and crazy, but I'll start with a little story of me and kind of how I got here. And this is just episode 1, guys. So just bear with me as I dive into this topic. Let's just take it video by video first, okay? But the algorithm is you. How did I come up with that beat? Well, first of all, I was not always this confident or even confident at all enough to truly show up as myself, as in who I am online, right? It took a little minute. For the longest time, I was caught up in, trying to crack the code and studying hashtags, watching endless videos about, how to keep up with the algorithm. And it's like I was trying to fit into this mold, right? And the thing was, I lost touch of really what mattered the most, which was me. Like, what gifts do I have to give? What are my gifts? What is my truth? And what is my story, which I believe is most important, knowing your story. But I was trying to fit into a mold instead of breaking it, right? And so when I stopped chasing trends and I started to focus on myself and I started to really ask myself questions like, who am I, right? Who am I? I think that's one of the most important questions that we can ask ourselves. And when we get to a point where ourself has not figured that out, but we've been given that knowledge and we've been given, that gift, knowing our purpose, our mission, and our cause, knowing what we stand for, right? That is when you break the algorithm. That's when you stop following trends. You stop worrying about what's the hashtag for the week, right? You stop worrying about the topic of the week and you become the topic of the week. Right? And even if you're the only one that's reading your headlines, even if you're the only one that's reading your article or your newspaper that comes out, as long as you had given yourself a headline, you know where you're going, you have vision, that's when literally just all the pieces will start to fall together. Like the floodgates will literally open. At least they open for me at that point in my life. When I started to serve people from the heart and I started to share my true struggles, when I started to share content that felt true to me, that's when I noticed that the engagement at that point was just so natural. So here's the truth. You can't master the algorithm if you're still in it. It's the same as you can't master or understand or stay ahead of the game if you're still being played. Let that sink in. So most people think that the algorithm is this big bad machine that's tracking their every move and trying to work against them and prevent them from, growing online, when really, the algorithm amplifies people's engagement. It brings light on what they're liking, what they're commenting on. It brings light to what they are sharing. And it also brings light to what they're clicking. Right? So most people think that the algorithm is such a bad thing, but really the truth of the matter is the algorithm is a clear depiction of you. The algorithm literally is a reflection of human behavior. So it's not about beating a system. It's more about understanding how to show up in a way that connects with people. And you can't do that unless you first understand yourself. I realized this when I first stopped trying to follow what everyone else was doing. And, I started to ask myself, what do I have to give? What lights me up? And that's when the floodgates open for me. As Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gifts makes room for him and brings him before great men. Let your gift be the key to unlocking everything inside of you, not just the algorithm. So let's be real. People are not looking for perfection. They're looking for connection. They're not following you for the latest trends. They're following you because they rock with you. They resonate with you. There's something in you that just, tickles their fancy, or it ruffles their feathers maybe. It's something. They see them in you in some kind of way, form, and fashion. Can we all agree to that? So when I started showing up authentically, sharing my real struggles, my wins, my quirks, I noticed something amazing. People began to engage with me on a deeper level. They messaged me saying, B, thank you so much for messaging me, or thank you so much for even creating that post. Like, it really resonated with me. I hear you loud and clear, girl. I had never seen it that way. And so I was getting these direct messages and comments, personally sent to me. And those were like little breadcrumbs along the way to let me know that I was going in the right direction, because I was touching more than people's, entertainment to make them laugh, or, just to make them feel some kind of way for the moment. But it felt amazing knowing that my content was actually touching their heart, because that's where it was created from. So let your authenticity be your magnet, baby. Let that magnet draw your tribe, your people, your online, your massive worldwide community to you. It's your authenticity that does that. And the algorithm absolutely loves authenticity. Why? Because people love authenticity. And the more you lean into who you really are, the more the right people will find you. As Brené Brown says, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embrace who we are. Let go of the pressure to perform and just be you. So how do you start? By knowing yourself. Seriously, it's by taking the time to literally reflect on your strengths, your passions, and your purpose. Really reflect on, what do I have that's so unique, or that's so special, or I do it really well. Or people ask me about this all the time, right? Or it's something that stands out to other people. Maybe it's your style. Maybe it's how you decorate your home. Maybe it's, something that people may come and ask for advice from you about, or situations that you always find yourself in that you seem to know how to solve the problem and create solutions, right? For me, I had to ask myself, well, what lights me up, right? What have I been through that could help someone else? And then also, how could I use my gifts to serve others? So when you think about those things that you're really good at, or that's really specific to you, like your thing, how can you use that to serve other people from heart to heart, not from mind to money, right? But money, true money from the Lord, from above, right? Naturally, our inheritance, that comes from how you think and how you give and how you serve from your heart. Because the kingdom of heaven is within you. You have everything that you need to be the brand, to be the algorithm, to stay ahead of the game. Is already inside of you. You get clear on these things, creating content will no longer feel like a chore, but it will start to feel natural, like a natural extension, an expression of just who you are. And when that happens, your audience will literally start to see themselves in you, because you're showing up as you. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You don't need to compete with anyone else's story when your own is already so beautifully unique. All right, so here's what I want you to do today. Take some time today to reflect on this question. Take a moment to reflect on the question, what unique gifts or experiences can you share to help others? Write it down, journal it, or hey, leave it down in the comments. I would love to see, and to see what you guys have to share, because it's important to me. That's why I'm here. And Just know that the algorithm is not your enemy. It's your opportunity to connect with the people that you are meant to serve. If this message resonated with you, then let me know. Comment down in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Send me a message. Hit me up some kind of way, but let me know if this message resonated with you. Excuse me. And like I said, this is just the beginning. I'm excited to be on this journey, and I'm excited to be on this journey with anybody that is on this journey with me. And I know that you guys are out there. So again, thank you for watching. I'm so grateful for your time. I'm just looking forward to the future because big things is popping and little things are stopping or have stopped for some of us. But that's a whole nother topic. See y'all later.